I'm Luke Hartle at the 2017 ATA show at the Prime booth, and now I've come to expect some big stuff out of Prime every single year. I've heard a lot about the bow you're holding right there, the Centergy, but haven't seen it yet. Tim, tell me what makes this bow so special.
What makes this bow so special, is from axle to axle. This bow has been completely redesigned from the bows that we've had in prior years. Starting from the middle, we've introduced last year the 82X aluminum riser. We continued that with the Centergy series. We worked with that metal because from our previous alloys that we've used, it turns out to be a stiffer material. And the reason we wanted to go that route is because that reduced riser movement in both the draw cycle as well as the shot sequence. What that does is naturally lower vibration and noise. We further reduced that movement in the riser by introducing the swerve into the bottom part of the riser. It's much like the sight window up top.
Right.
So by controlling the movement in the riser on top, we were able to control and really kind of get a more symmetrical movement in the riser in the draw cycle by adding it to the lower part of the riser. The grip, we've moved it from being lower to a higher point because to introduce a center grip riser. Center grip risers have been around in the past. They've been done. The trouble that usually comes with them is the tuning issues. Sometimes they're not always as easy to tune as we would like them to be.
Sure.
So the cams, as you can see, have been changed from our last year's. You'll notice that we have a larger cam on top, a smaller cam on bottom. So that was done in order to keep the knock travel in for the bow as level as possible.
So tell me a little bit more about the swerve, because I mean that to me seems like the feature of the bow. So when I'm at full draw, explain to me a little bit what that swerve is designed to do overall.
It's not going to be doing too much at full draw. It's going to be more in the draw back as well as the shot itself. It's designed to keep that movement in the riser as consistent and as symmetrical from the top to the bottom. What really is going to keep you steady at full draw is going to be more on the center grip of the riser. By moving the grip further up, we brought the center of mass further down, and by putting the weight lower on the bow, right, the bow is naturally already a much steadier platform compared to our bows previous. You notice that a lot of bows, both older primes as well as some of the bows from our competitor, they have that top heavy feel. And to be honest, I've seen a lot of them that have just kind of pawned it off saying, well, if it's top heavy, it's consistent, it rolls forward every single time. Well, that arrow's already gone. It's not doing you a whole lot of good at that point once the shot's been fired. We took the focus from the beginning of the shot cycle where you draw back the bow and anchor, and as well as the end part where you fire the bow, and put the focus more in the middle where you spend the most time. You're spending most time in the aiming process, so best to make that part of the stage that much more comfortable and that much more better for the archer.
So when you put your pin where you want it, everything built into this bow is going to help you keep that pin locked on. It's going to help keep
that pin locked on and keep it from moving on you.
That's awesome. And you mentioned the Centergy family. How many different bows are in this lineup right now?
We're introducing 3 this year. There's the Centergy Air, as well as the Centergy Hybrid, which is what we have right here.
That's perfect. So no matter what your shooting style is, you can have the features available in the Centergy in 3 different models. As always, top of the line new stuff from Prime.